Okay, here we go. Got part 2 on learning how to ride a motorcycle at age 50. Now, like I say, almost killed myself in that last episode. And trying to do, my man said, hey, go across this bridge, do what I do. I should have wrecked, shouldn't even be here. But I just keep going. I didn't tell him about it for about a year, but hey, I'm here. And do me a favor. When you watch this video, if it's helpful, leave some comments. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe for me. Subscribing is free. But anyway, let's get on back to it. So now I'm getting a little better on the motorcycle. You know, I can go a little fast. I can handle the bike a little better. But my man, he's so safety conscious. He says, look, even if it's 100 degrees or you just going around the corner, put the leathers on, put the helmet on, never forget it. So this is some of my first leathers. This is this built stuff that comes from Cycle Gear. You know, this is my first leathers. And then, you know, you got the different color leather pants and everything. You can color coordinate, whatever. But I never left the house without it. Because, hey, the ground is undefeated. So if you don't want to get that rash on you, that road rash, put it on. And never leave without that helmet. Because once you hit your head, and I'm talking about a small little fall, you're out like a light. Now, you can have your brains on the ground, or the helmet could get scuffed or cracked. Well, I'd rather have the helmet get damaged than my brain. But anyway, so I'm getting a little better on this motorcycle. And now, he's teaching me some things. Hey, even if we in traffic, we're going to split the cars. And what split the cars are is your 2 cars are going down just like on this video behind me, and you squeeze in between them. That's splitting the cars. Even if we get to this traffic light and it's 10 cars on each side in front of us, we split the cars and go up to the front. We're not waiting in the back. We don't do that. We're not waiting in traffic. If the police is there and you hit the lights or something, because we going up to the front of the queue, because we're not waiting in the back, we just run the light and hit the gas. Because guess what? Our tags are not showing. We got the tags flipped up, or most of the guys don't have tags at all. Now, the dangerous thing about riding with people that you don't know is, okay, we're doing dangerous things. We're riding fast, we're splitting cars, we're just doing, hectic things. And sometimes, inexperienced rider or a rider that got experience, and the car comes over and he goes down, nobody's going to pull over and see what's wrong with him. Because guess what? Most people don't have a permit. Most people don't have insurance. And the tags are dirty. So they're going to keep going and find out what happened with you later. Because you're not waiting around for that. They came out here to ride and have fun, but they don't really know you. So if you go down, tough luck. That's how they carried it. And so my man, he's trying to get me right so things like that don't happen to me. So, in the DC area, we ride down to like the inner harbor, and the thing with that, on the ride down there, it could be a chill ride on the way down there, but it's gonna be a hurricane on the way back because nobody's waiting on you. Nobody's waiting on you. I'm talking about speeds of 130, 150, and if you can't handle it, let the throttle go. Let it go. If you don't have the wrist, let it go. If you don't have the heart, because they call out killers only. Killers only. That means this is going to be a brutal ride. And say like, we might start out with 10 or 15 people. After you go on what's called a blast, after you go on the first blast, you might go on the blast for 10, 15 miles. And that ain't nothing, but it's ungodly speed and just wish-washing, everybody's like a swarm of hornets going this way and that way, and this hoping that you don't come off and seeing who can get to the spot the fastest. You're like, oh, what kind of sense does that make? But hey, that's what it was. You in or you out. So pick your poison. And then you get down there and a few guys is trembling, because they just crapped themselves, look like. And so when you holler second blast, man, my girl calling me, or I got to get up and go to work in the morning. No, they lost the nerve, and it's probably a good thing. Just go home and fight another day. So they training me with all this, and I'm like, okay. And you know how when you first get your motorcycle and you want some other input from some other guys that ride, and they used to tell you, man, you don't want to get a bike? And I used to tell them, man, I ain't messing with no bikes. Man, just leave me alone with that. That's crazy. I don't want to ride that. And now that I'm on it, I feel invincible. But now I can't catch up with these guys, These guys say they this, they that. Come out and show me. And so my guy takes me up to Baltimore, up to Fells Point. And so they got a place up there when you leave Fells Point. Everybody says, hey, you 83 certified? 83 is a twisty little road, and it's on the highway, and then coming from the city is so tight you could actually run into a car, and there's snaking everywhere until you get out to the outskirts, maybe about 5 miles out. Then it opens up. So my man tells me, look, I'm gonna run up the front with them. If you see you can't negotiate it, let it go. Let the throttle go. I almost hit so many cars coming through that thing, and it almost ran me over. I was like, okay, it's time to let it go. I couldn't see no bikes, and I couldn't hear no bikes. That's how far they got away from me. But it wasn't nothing I could do. They just better. I'm just starting. And so we get through that, and finally I get up there, and I finally catch up with them. They're a couple of miles up the road. They pull over. They're waiting for me. Now, they not gonna, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. They're not gonna do that because they know that'll get you hurt. So they're not gonna do that. But when they leave, they say, man, we skunked this man, but hey, just take it and move on. Don't worry about it. So now I'm starting to really get good, because now I tell you what, 120 is what I feel comfortable with right now. So finally we meet up with some of the guys that was supposedly help me with my learning experience from riding, and so we catch up with them, and so we talking, hey man, you want to make a blast up to Arundel Mills? And so the guy said, yeah man, yeah. And so we meet up with him, and we get to talking for a while, and the one guy says, man, forget all this talking, y'all said y'all was ready to run and go on the blast. So they tell, my man tells me, hey, you lead the way. You lead the way. Go ahead, lead the way, and we'll follow. And the one guy, because I had a 2000 Gixxer 750. The other guy, I think he had an 03 Gixxer 1000. And the other guy, he might have had a Kawasaki. I think it was a 900 or something like that. Well, it was an older one. And then my man, he had a 1000, CBR 1000. And so, we go to take off, and right away, I know that they're gonna come past me and really burn me up, cause I'm expecting I ain't gonna be able to hang with them, and I took off, and I get on the beltway, and it's already dark. It's about 10 o'clock, and so I get up the way almost towards Anne Arundel Mills Mall, and we flying, and I look around, no bikes are with me. And I went, wow. So I slows up, let the throttle go a little bit. So now I can see a headlight coming, but it's my man. So we looking at each other, where them guys gone? Where they go? So we almost at the mall, and then here's the guy with the 900. He comes up, and then we meet us three. We still waiting on the other guy. Us three going up to the mall. We chilling. We park where people park there with the motorcycles, and so we calling them on the cell phone because we think he fell or something happened to the bike. So we calling and we calling. Finally, he calls back, calls his buddy, and said, "Hey, I'm around the other side of the mall. Where y'all at?" That's BS. BS. What happened? You let a rookie come out there and take your money. That's what happened. A rookie came out there and took your money from you. And now you're embarrassed because you didn't see it coming. I just started riding. I ain't been riding but 5 or 6 months, and you've been riding for years. But your foot ain't been to the fire. You got to put your feet in the fire sometimes. And so he finally, after about 30 minutes, because what had happened was something like that. If you get left that bad, it's called turning off and going home. And that's what he wanted to do. In the back of his mind, he wanted to go home, but he had to save face and go ahead and pull up. And he pulls up, and we already been talking, oh, this dude ain't nothing. So we was talking to his man. We thought Don was an animal. We thought the man was an animal. What happened? And his man say, man, he don't ride like that. He never rode like that. And this man said, look, I'm surprised. You say you just learned how to ride a motorcycle? And you doing this already? So, my head was getting swole, big-headed, because I'm thinking, dude, I got this thing. But my man was like, no, these dudes are not that good. So don't get your head pumped up over what you did with these dudes, because they ain't used to riding fast. See, I'm showing you how to ride fast for when we get with a real animal crew and we go on these blasts that you can handle yourself in almost every situation. So we get through that, and which don't make no sense at all. And then so the next day we meet up at a spot called the Boulevard. Everybody's meeting at the Boulevard. So I'm about to leave the house. This time my wife says, I want to go. I said, look, ain't nobody got their women on the back of the bike. So, hey, she forced her way on the bike. Now, we get down there and say like, this the animal pack this night. I'm talking about must be 15 bikes. And we leave out of the place. We going to the gas station, and I'm talking about starting out is from light to light, this hit it, get it. And so by the time we get to the gas station, some more people pull up. And now it's gonna be an animal thing now. And so we getting ready to tear out. Anyway, we tearing out. Guys is popping wheelies, running lights, it's swarming everywhere. Now, all of a sudden, my wife, I feel this tapping on my back. I want to go home. I want to go. I don't want to go. I don't feel good. Oh, you felt good when you forced yourself on this bike. Now that it's about to be a little circus out here, you want to go home. Well, gotta take her home now before I can ride. So look, I'm going to get back with you on part 3. All right?